What's up, guys? Fellow YouTubers, YouTube watchers, um, crazy people out there that are crazy enough to follow and watch the videos whenever I do upload them. Hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing good. Another episode of Car Talks, and as you can tell, I'm by myself. But let's kick it off like we normally do. Today I got a Tecate. I've heard a lot of bad things. This one's Edición Retro, hecho en Mexico. Tecate is supposedly like just not good at all. But I'm not gonna discriminate on any of the beer. I'm gonna try them all. Like I said, I was started off with a goal in mind, and gonna stick to it. So bottoms up. Huh. Hecho en Mexico, and it's good. I mean, not something I would probably pick every day to drink, but I can get down with it. I can fucks with it. Anyway, so let's start the shit off. So, quick update. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm by myself. Mia Pia, my editor, has officially moved out. No longer living in my home. She moved out with her father, so she's over there doing the thing. She's still working, still going to college, still doing everything. So gotta say I'm proud of the kid. She's doing what she's got to do. She's taking care of responsibilities, and I still see her from time to time. We go to the gym Monday through Thursday, so she's been missing a couple of days here and there, but you know stuff happens, and we gotta understand that. If you can make it somewhere, if you can dedicate some time to yourself every now and then, that's always a good thing. So I'm not gonna hate on her doing her own stuff. I mean, she is 18, and I don't think there's a lot of 18-year-olds out there that want to spend their time in the gym. Even though even when I go, there are groups of kids. I don't know. Well, they're not kids, but there's a group of young peeps, and it's cool to see them in there. Trying to put in some work, trying to be healthy. So yeah, that's just a quick update on that. You haven't seen me on YouTube in a couple of weeks, maybe months. I'm not even sure. I have been trying to make more content, as far as like hiking, workout videos, just whatever I can, I do it, and this was the Car Talks was once a week, but it turned out that Mia, who was doing the editing, was falling behind on the editing due to school and other things, and so can't get mad at that again. But I also did notice that she was editing the videos so much that they were getting cut down from like maybe almost an hour to sometimes 25 minutes, 30 minutes. A lot of stuff was getting cut out because it was repetitive, or she just didn't like what something was, and in which case that wasn't my idea for how this podcast was gonna go. It's raw, it's uncut as much as it can be. Obviously, there's sometimes there may be things that are said or whatever that I don't feel are appropriate, so sometimes I gotta cut myself out as well, but not that natural, just everyday flow of things. The human factor in it is, some things will get repeated, and there's nothing wrong with that. At least not in my opinion. So now I'm back full in control of what content gets uploaded, the editing. I'm just gonna have to jump into it. It was my idea, and I can't expect people to carry me along the way. So I'm just gonna keep doing the thing, and hopefully I'll be able to edit the videos, upload the videos, and like I've said in many of the podcasts, right? So it's time to put my money where my mouth is and just get down to it. As you can see, I'm sporting that orange, for work, regardless if I work in the field or not. It's just just representing the company, you know. I'm proud of where I'm at. I'm proud of what I do. So yeah, those are the quick updates. Yeah, so there's plenty of content that I have that I just got to get down and edit it. So, you know, I got to set my mind to it, set some time apart during the day to do what I want to do, and which is provide you guys with content on a weekly basis, daily basis. I mean, as much as I can upload, I'm going to try to do. You know, I know some people upload 2-3 times a week. Some people just dedicate themselves to just uploading videos and doing that. But, you know, I still work. I hit the gym. I mean, I do all kinds of stuff. So there's plenty of time to make content. But I'd rather it be just, there's no rush. You know, just chill. Like right now, you know, I'm chilling, waiting on some things to finish up over here where I'm at. And what better way than to pass time with you guys? You know what I mean? Knock back a cold one, chill. Today's hump day. It's Wednesday. Still trying to keep the Wednesday tradition alive. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going forward, and hopefully you guys comment a lot more. You know, like, comment, subscribe. You know, just do the do. You know, I'm not asking for anything crazy out here. Not asking for donations or nothing like that. You know. So yeah, content will be coming, and if there's anything you guys would like to see, or talk about, whatever, you know, that we can do that. Still working on getting people to jump on the podcast. Like I've said multiple times before, it's just people are scared, shy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know, people have their phones out all day, take pictures of themselves, take videos of themselves. But that's just it. That's as far as it gets. You know, and then you're like, hey, we're going to talk about, you know, some serious topics, maybe some topics that are lightweight, not crazy, you know, at all. You know, just day-to-day stuff. I know right now, like, everyone's all worried about the diddler, you know, your boy Diddy doing some crazy things. The election's coming up in the next couple of days for the next president. And me, for one, I'm just tired of hearing all that shit, you know? Everywhere you go, any social media platform that you go to, that's all you see is things about the election, things about, you know, Diddy and his case and everything. And it's just, I'd like to get down to just the regular, everyday stuff. Like, for one, the Niners beat the Cowboys. There was I'll admit, it was a cool game. It was intense. You know, it had me at the edge of my seat. You know, it was a nail biter. You know, I thought we weren't looking too good at the beginning, and then boom, we were looking great. And then towards the end, toward the last, like the third, fourth quarter, it was just getting very scary. I was sweating for sure. I got to watch the game with my father-in-law, so that was cool. I had to do some bonding too over the game. He's also a Niner fan, so that's a plus. And it was sorry, there's some people over there yelling and stuff. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like they're yelling or cussing at each other or something. I'm about to run over there and be a reporter. Hey, in today's news, you know, bums out here doing the do. What was I saying? Yeah, so yeah, sorry Cowboys. You know, there was like a light rain the next day. It was probably the Cowboy tears from all the people crying that they lost. I did run into an old friend of mine he used to be a coworker. He used to work for the company I work for now. And I hadn't seen him in years, maybe 2 years, 3 years. And then he walked in. Yeah, he had his cowboy gear on and everything. I was like, oh, you got any bets, you know? And he's like, hey, I'm sorry to tell you, because he knows I'm a Niner fan, but you guys are going to lose today. And he's like, I got like $1,000 riding on this game, so I hope they do lose. And he's like, and if the Cowboys lose, well, I'm going to cry for real, because I'm going to lose some money. And also the Cowboys are going to lose. I didn't say anything. I didn't brag about it. I didn't tell him, hey, You already know you guys are gonna lose. I don't want to get no bad karma, or say something that I was gonna regret, So, hey, the Niners came through. The Cowboys played a cool game. I'm not one to talk shit, At the end of the day, I'm just a fan. I'm just watching TV. I'm just watching the game play out, and I'm not even doing anything besides rooting for them. That's it. I notice a lot of people do get really locked into the situation, and they're like to where they're beating the shit out of each other. Like, I'm not gonna fight over a team. I mean, the team makes money. Let's say I do get into a fight, I get arrested. The team's not gonna come and be like, hey, thanks for your support, man. We're gonna pay for your bill. No. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just people have too much to drink. People are too dedicated or heartfelt at it. Like, I'm not part of the coaching staff. I'm not a second string, third string. I'm nothing to the team. I'm just a fan. So all I can do is, appreciate that they give their all every week, and they do what they can. And from what I know, it's like there's a couple of players on there. Though most of the starting line is hurt with injuries and stuff. And even when it comes to the rivalries and stuff like that, like, I'll watch the games, and I like watching them and like passing time with family, friends, whatever. But I'm not one of those fans that knows all the stats, that knows what all the guys are doing. And at the end of the day, I'm just a guy that watches the game. That's it, and I enjoy it. I love football. Played football in high school. It's cool. I like it. I've played football since I was a kid. But to me, it's just something to pass the time. It's not something to stab somebody over or shoot somebody over. Like, oh, you like the opposing team. Like I said, like, I don't get nothing from liking the team. They don't sponsor me. They don't pay my bills. I did want to do some betting on the game, but yeah, no, I didn't. It's hit and miss, and I'm not in a place where I'm willing to bet hundreds of dollars and then not get nothing. And then if you bet like $5, I mean, what's the most you're gonna get? Like 10, 15 bucks back? I don't know. I know there's a lot of apps out there that you can use, but I don't know. Maybe I'll jump into that somewhere down the road. If I had money to burn, I ain't got no worries, no bills to pay and shit. Everything's paid for, and I got extra cash in my pocket. Sure, I might bet. I don't know if you guys bet, or if you guys bet on that game. If you guys made any money, I'd love to hear about it. Put it in the comments. Let me know. Or if you're a Cowboys fan and you don't like that I like the Niners, then hey, put it on there as well. It doesn't matter. Any feedback is better than no feedback, I think. What else was I gonna say? Oh, when it comes to the football, so I mean, I have a fantasy team. I have 2 fantasy teams, 2 different leagues that I do bet money on. But most of that for me is just luck. I've won, I want to say twice. I've won twice. Been playing in the same league with my friends for maybe about 7 years, something like that, 7, 8 years, if not more. I don't really know. I wish one of my friends was sitting right here so they could fact check me on that, but they're nowhere to be found. But yeah, right now, in one of the leagues, I'm in 3rd place, tied for 2nd, but I'm still 3rd due to points. In the 2nd league, I'm in 5th or 6th place, which is pretty bad, I think, but I got a couple of weeks to hopefully turn it around. And I'm not really how would you say, I'm not that I'm not focused into it, but I guess, yeah, I'm not tracking, the day to day. I'm not reading the stats. I'm not reading who's playing, who's not playing. There's been a couple of weeks where I had people that weren't even playing that week. They were out, due to injuries or whatever, and I didn't even fix my lineup. So the fact that I'm in 3rd place and 1, that's a good thing. I do feel like I need to, especially now since we're getting towards the 6th, 7th game, something like that. I need to pay more attention to it. and hopefully get, drop some players, pick some players. I'm not really big on the trades, just because I don't really know. Like, when I talk to these guys, they're like, dude, I'm giving you a good trade, I'm giving you 2 guys for 1 guy. And in my head, I look at their stats, the fantasy points, what they have so far, what they've done so far in the season. And just for example, I'll give you, one of my friends gave me a trade for one of my wide receivers. I don't even know the names. That's how bad I am with this. So he was giving me a wide receiver and a running back, for one of my wide receivers. And my wide receiver has points, right? He's got at least 50, 60 points already. And the players he was trying to give me, one of them only has made 12, the other one had like 26. And I'm like, dude, both of those players combined don't make the points that one of my players makes. So that's not a fair trade to me. I mean, at least I don't see it like it is. And their response to that is like, hey, like, this guy's gonna take off next week, man. Like, everybody's talking about it. I don't know if that's true. I just feel like you're trying to lie to me so that you can get better players and you can fix your standings and your ratings, or your standings in the league. So I'm not really good with the trades. Even though one of the years that I did win due to a good trade that I did make, like, late in the season. Thank you. Yeah, so I think I gave my friend a running back because I needed a wide receiver. So he gave me 2 wide receivers for 1 running back, which were good receivers. And those guys carried me all the way to the playoffs and the Super Bowl. I ended up winning that year. So I mean, like the gambling, it's hit and miss. And like with at least the fantasy, like, I'm gambling a set amount of money. I think one of the leagues is $50 and the other league's $100. So there's a chance of winning. There's 12 people, so $1,200 in one league, and then the other one, I think it's only $200, $250, $300, something like that. And see, I feel like that bet, like, I have weeks to try and get my money back, right? To try and win, right? Winner takes all, though. So I mean, if you're not on it, you're not gonna be in the last of it. Now, if you make like little bets on one of those apps or whatever, that's that right there and then. If you're dropping 10, 15, boom, that money's gone as soon as that game's over. Or the money comes in if you win. I feel like the fantasy stuff, like, it's more interactive, you know what I mean? So I can, I'm in it for the long haul. And then I'm taking the big bucks at the end, which I have gotten close. So I mean, I don't know. One of my friends has won it like 4 or 5 times, but that guy's just, I don't know. I feel like he's cheating. He's got a time machine or something. He's getting a book telling him where all the players are winning and stuff. It's like I think you got him back-to-back seasons. Like, how do you win like that? Next time I see the guy, I got to pick his brain and be like, hey, how do you, like, because there are people out there that love football like that. They know all the players, all the rookie players, who's coming in, who's going out. Who's going to be starting that week, who's not going to be starting, and not just for one team. I'm talking multiple teams, multiple players. All his guys are hitting like points. And then depending on what league you're in, obviously you get some points, points per carry, points per yard. I mean, I don't know. It gets pretty crazy. There are some leagues where you get points even on defense. Like, it's not just setting your defense, but your defense makes you points depending on what players you pick on defense, which I think that's way too much. Like, the fact that you just pick up you pick offensive players, and then you pick a defense for the week. I mean, I think that's pretty standard. But some people really get into it, and what I would want my league to do is like to get like a trophy thing going, and then the trophy rotates with whoever wins that year. And then that person gets their name on that trophy, like a little plaque. And then you can just, you get bragging rights for the year. And obviously bragging rights when we do the draft, because we do a live draft, so everybody meets up. And whoever can't meet up just does a online draft, I guess. But anyways, yeah, that's that, bro. So if you guys are into that kind of stuff, hey, more power to you. You guys keep doing the do, and I hope you guys are lucky enough to win too. There's no better feeling than beating the other 11 teams, and like you get those bragging rights for you. It's like, dude, there's so much shit gets talked. It's crazy. All right. On another note, it is now sweater weather. Obviously, I'm not wearing my sweater. I'm in the car. It's still a little. It's not that windy, but it does get cold now. I do have to wear my sweaters. I have a sweater right here on the side. I don't want to knock this thing over, but here, let me see if I can show you guys without knocking it. No. What's that say? Oh! I know what's gonna happen. It's a project manager sweater. I'm a project manager at the company that I work, and it was a custom thing. I saw it on Facebook back when I was actually on Facebook. I'm not really on Facebook anymore, but yeah, this little custom design things would show up depending on what your likes are or whatever, what you put in your profile. I put I was a project manager, and all this shit started popping up, and I picked it up. It's a pretty cool sweater. I've had it for maybe 10 years, something like that. But yeah, so when it comes to sweaters and it being sweater weather, like, do you guys go out and buy new sweaters, or do you guys just rock the same old sweaters you've been rocking since day one? You know, because like for me, like I try to rotate all my clothes so that I somewhat wear all my clothes. You know, obviously there's some clothes that I'm not gonna wear when I go to work. I like some fancy button ups and stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna get the iron out. I'm not gonna iron these shirts, put them on. I'm not gonna tuck in my shirt. I'm not that kind of guy. So those get skipped until, obviously, like if I'm gonna go out, then I'll go through the shirts or whatever, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna use this. But when it comes to the sweaters, like, I love buying sweaters, but I have a lot from work, because work gives me a sweater every year for Christmas. We get a little Christmas gift bag with a brand new sweater. We get a couple of shirts, like this one included. Since I'm in the office, I get like the collared shirts as well. I wear those too. Try to use those for when I go visit the job sites and stuff like that. We get a hat, a beanie, a coffee mug. Not a mug. What are those things called? Damn, see, this is what sucks when you don't have somebody here, because they can't tell you. I know the word. It's not a mug. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Yeah, and then we get a gift card, bonuses, so yeah. But when it comes to you and your sweaters, what do? Do you go out and buy a whole new line of sweaters, for that year? And if you are one of those people, what do you do with all the old sweaters? Do you donate them? Maybe give them off to your kids? Be like, hey, Mom, I know you always like the sweater. When I'm wearing it, it's for you. And then you just give them to them because you got a new one. I typically don't buy like sports sweaters and stuff like that. Typically for me, like, they're plain hoodies. That one has something on the back just because I was feeling some kind of way. And what it says on the back is, I'm not going to show you again because I'm going to knock the camera down. But it says, Project Manager, we the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. Some guy saw me wearing this thing, and I think it was at a grocery store, and he was like, hey, man, has your boss seen that sweater? I'm like, yeah, he's seen it. Why? And he's like, dude, I'd be pissed if you were fucking wearing that, but it's just because of what it says, And it's not that my boss is ungrateful, so that's not. But it's just the people you work around with, your coworkers, because there's different positions, right? My boss is like, dude, I love the guy. The guy, he does everything for me. and I bust my ass for him, and I try to make as much money as I can. But just like the superintendents, the some of the foremen or whatever, like they don't give no fucks about what you're doing. All they care about is if their work is going the way it's supposed to, and if it's not, there's always somebody they got to point the finger to, right? So they point the finger at me, and then I'm like, well, did you read the plans? Did you read this? No, exactly. So it's not on me. There's a lot of human factors that are in play here. We're not all perfect. Some people misread, don't understand the plans, or they don't understand the scope of work that we're doing, whatever. But I don't want to bore you with work. I hate talking about work. But back to the sweaters. What do you guys do? Or are you like me and you just rock the sweaters? I have a sweater that like has holes and is ripped, and when I have it, I'll tell you guys, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna wear it, because it's sweater weather. So my sweaters are back. And me, like, no joke, like, I love the cold. I spent some time in Alaska with my dad, a little island called Dutch Harbor on Alaska. And yeah, when it came to the snow and stuff, like, dude, I love that kind of weather. Like, it's cool. I have no problem with it. Like, I'll put on the layers, It just sucks when, like, you're in the snow and then your sweaters get wet, because obviously you shouldn't be wearing cloth and stuff like that, because you'll get wet, obviously, with the snow that melts, and then you gotta take it off. And then let's say you are covered in snow because you were going through a blizzard or something, and you get to a location, like, let's say your friend's house, you take it off, and then whatever ice or snow is on there is gonna melt, and it wets it, and then you're gonna leave to go back to your house, you put it on and it's wet. That's the only bad things. But I mean, I'd rather deal with that than, let's say you're at the office, you're in your car, whatever, and it's fucking hot, bro. Let's say you got no AC, so you hot as fuck. There's only so many layers you can take off before it's like, hey, bro, you can't be in the store naked. Like, oh shit, I'm naked? Sorry. You know what I mean? So it's so it's crazy. But yeah, what do you guys do with your sweaters? Because mine, like I said, I just rotate them. Boom, boom, boom. And holes, no holes, whatever. It's a sweater. I feel like it'd be wrong of me to just throw it out, because it tells a story, How long have you had that sweater? Oh, I've had it for X amount of years. Let's say 20 years. I've done work in this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I sweat. I've bled on this thing. I'm like, oh, why'd it get ripped? I don't know. I wiped my car down with it. There was something in my trunk, and then, I didn't have nothing to clean off. Maybe some bird poop or some shit. I used the sweater, and then I washed it, and it's like brand new to me. Like this one right here, it's so old, like it's thinning out. It doesn't even keep me warm anymore. The only thing that's still like thick on it is the hood, because I don't really use the hoods. I don't know, something about covering my head and not being able to like see or whatever, and going like this, every time I turn around. It's just that's annoying as shit. So that's not for me. I know some people like to they wear the hood, to pull the strings out, and all you see is like their little section of face. Or people that put on the hoods and they're like, hey, what's up? I just, that's not my thing. I can't get into that. But yeah, I'm curious. Like, what do you guys do with your sweaters? I really am. I'm weird like that. On another note, I've been hiking a lot with the kid, so you'll see those videos as soon as I bust them out. Like I said, just trying to make more content. Now that it's gonna start getting cold, now we gotta wear the sweaters. Even though we're going early, like sunrise, which is some of these trails you can't be on until like 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 a.m. So I mean, you're already wearing a sweater, and by the time you come down, like I'll wear my sweater until I get all the way to the end of the trail, and once we're walking on the way back, then I'll take it off. I don't feel like carrying shit when on the way up. And on the way down, you can throw it over your shoulder, hold it in your arm, whatever. But yeah, so I don't know if we're gonna keep doing the hiking, especially if it starts raining, because we're in Cali, right? And some areas out here in Cali you don't get a lot of rain, or we haven't in past years. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember there was a lot of rain, and like now, we get a couple of days here and there. And now that now that I'm working in construction, um, yeah, we don't like the rain, especially right now. Everything's kind of slow at a standstill due to the elections. But like I said, I don't really want to talk about that stuff. I about talk to you about normal day, everyday stuff. You know, so it's a little change from what you guys are used to seeing. But yeah, sweater weather is here. More content is coming. But upload my first foodie video that I ever did, which is horrible because I did it back in 2023, and I was with my sister. My sister doesn't like being recorded. I did have pictures that I was gonna use as the cover, but she doesn't want to be seen either. So, out of respect for her wishes, I kind of just I just put the place as a location or whatever. You guys can tell me how you guys like that video or whatever. Like I am somewhat of a foodie, right? So I used to go out multiple times during the week with my coworker, and we eat all kinds of food everywhere. Anything from curry, which is like Thai food, not like the Indian curry. I don't think we've ever gone to like an Indian place, but Thai food. They do have curry. I've eaten lamb, sushi, sushi bars, sushi buffets, I should say. Yeah, all you can eat sushi, all you can eat Korean barbecue, all you can eat hot pots. I just love eating all kinds of food, you know. And recently I had some octopus, which I didn't like for a long time, but it's not that bad. And it was a baby octopus, so that wasn't too weird. I don't know, when you see the suction cups and like this big thick fat piece, like, dude, I feel like it's still gonna move in my mouth, and it's gonna grab me or something. I don't know, it's weird. So yeah, I'm hoping to bring all that to you, and I'm hoping you guys like that stuff. And I'm gonna start uploading more on both the YouTube and on my Instagram. My Instagram, like I use that more for like pictures and stuff like that. So, and maybe like little short videos, you know, just more homey, I guess you could say, like more family oriented and stuff. And then the YouTube is more like just I try to upload like actual videos and stuff. But yeah, hoping to upload to both platforms and hoping to grow the channel. I noticed I've been losing followers left and right on my Instagram. And that's probably just because I stopped posting. I was posting on a daily basis. I got up to like 6.5K, almost 7K. I was pushing for that 10K, you know, and it slowed down. It went fucking just boom. It went from 100, 500, 1,000, just boom. Especially during COVID, all the workout videos, all the Peloton videos, because I had a Peloton. I was doing that. So that whole community of people was just like adding. And then that kind of fell off on that too. Kind of like I did here with the editing and stuff. It was just getting too much. Like just uploading and everything. Like you get busy with your day-to-day life. So what I want to do is dedicate at least an hour out of the day, you know, regardless of when that hour is, to just focus on making content. And the reason for that is I like doing this, you know. And when I see other people doing it, or because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, a lot of social media, like a lot of people, like just like a normal person does, right? You're on it all the fucking time. And then I see them doing things, and I'm like, I do the same fucking shit. There ain't no difference. Oh, the difference is, you know, they have their own charisma, their whole way of acting and everything, and I got my own too. And since I was a kid, I always thought, you know, when I look at the TV, I'd be like, oh, well, I can do that too. Like, I could be an actor, I could be in movies, you know what I mean? I can act a certain kind of way. I can talk a certain way. I can do all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like, regardless of whether this takes off or not, it's like, for those people that love me, that love seeing me on a day-to-day basis, you have all this shit that's just uploaded to my social media platforms that you can go to, you can look at it, and it's like I'm still there, still talking to you. You know what I mean? Like you're looking at a live picture. You know, so, but yeah, there is a lot of stuff like, what was I gonna say? Like I had a million and one ideas, right? Like for shirts, clothing lines, music videos. You know, I can be all up in the videos, singing and shit. You know what I mean? And all it takes is for you to get over that fear of what it is that other people may think of you. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know, so if it's like people talking shit or whatever, sorry, there's shit going on over there. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. Yeah, because at the end of the day, that person talking shit or whatever, it could be out of jealousy, it could be they're just having a bad day, or it could just be that they don't like what it is that you're putting out there in the world. But at the same time, it's like you don't have to look at it, you don't have to watch it. I'm like, if you don't like what you're seeing, then why are you taking time out of your day to write a little line of bullshit? You know, and so hopefully with the editing and everything, I get a lot better. It gets better, you know, and hopefully it takes off. And if it does, I mean, that is my goal at the end of the day, is to get some likes, some comments, and a lot more subscribers. You know, I want to get my YouTube plaque. I'm not gonna lie, I seen one of those and I was like, bruh, that shit's hard. Just being a content creator or whatever, that's cool. I mean, why not? And it seems like, not to say that it seems like it's easy, because I'm pretty sure it's not. And me doing this shit, like, trust me, it's not. Like right now, there's no script. I'm not reading off of a journal or nothing. I'm sitting in my car, knocking back a cold one and just hanging out with y'all. Halloween's coming up. Just real quick, because I gotta get out of here. What was your guys' choice of costume? Because by next week when I make another video, Halloween's gonna be over. Halloween's in one day, tomorrow. Wait, let's say the 30th. Yeah, so tomorrow. So what was your costume? Do you match costumes with your kids if you have kids? That's the question. Do you force your kids to wear the costume that you and your spouse or you chose for them? Like, oh, hey, we're gonna do Hercules, so you gotta dress like the little minion guys with, you know, with Hades or whatever, or you gotta dress like Phil, the little goat that trained him, you know, because I'm doing this. Or do you let your kids pick and then you go off of what they do? So right before I get off, I'm gonna let you know, like, for me, I let my kids do whatever they want. I'm not really one to get dressed, but hopefully I do take pictures on Halloween, and you guys see what it is that I picked. Oh, before I get off, I always forget. So Tecate, not bad. I don't know if it's just this one, because it's the Edición Retro Hecho en Mexico. So I'd go with the 8.2. It's not an 8.4, something like that. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I just I wasn't drinking that, and also I don't know if you can tell, but I sound like congested right now or some shit. I hope I'm not getting sick. Got a lot of things to do. Got a lot of hours to put in the gym. But anyways, I hope you guys like this one. I hope you guys comment on this one, and I hope you guys subscribe to it. And don't forget to tell a friend to check this shit out, and maybe they can just like and subscribe. You know what I mean? It's not that much. Just click, and you're there. Easy peasy. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep it real.